Oh, hi. This is the first YouTube video that I'm going to be doing. We'll see how this goes. Real quick, I'm doing a YouTube channel just to kind of put myself out there a bit. I really want to kind of do more to promote myself and my artwork that I do. I am an artist, or I'm trying to be anyway. And I figured it'd also be kind of fun to do a YouTube channel as well and meet new people, new faces, and just get inspired by everyone out there because there are just so many amazing people on this website. Some interesting ones too. But instead of the usual, random YouTube first-timer, I decided to do a movie tag questionnaire to kind of get the ball rolling and see how this whole thing works and get some video editing skills included because they are subpar. So I'm actually going to start with the movie tag questions. So here we go. Question number 1 is my favorite film. It's a tie between 3, but I would say that my favorite film is probably Aliens. The second is Friday the 13th, and the third is Nightmare on Elm Street, followed very closely by Hellraiser. But anyway, the Aliens franchise is probably my favorite of all time. Once I saw a Xenomorph, I fell in love, what can I say? My favorite scene from the film, I think from all the 4 movies, technically 5 with Prometheus, I think my favorite one is the second one, Aliens, and I think my favorite scene is when you first see the alien queen because she is gorgeous, and the understanding between Sigourney and the queen, and then the betrayal, you kind of think, she done fucked up. But, I mean, she's such a great, beautiful character, and I love her, and Sigourney's not so bad either. My favorite actors or actresses, pretty obviously, I do enjoy Sigourney Weaver so much. I think she's fantastic and phenomenal. My favorite actor is Cillian Murphy. Anything he's in, he puts everything into it. He's so fantastic to watch. He's so convincing and he's so open. I think he's a fantastic actor. My favorite directors. I hand wrote this. I can't read anything. My favorite directors, I do have a few. They're all usually Asian directors. I really enjoy Japanese films. I don't know if I have an all-time favorite, though. That's the thing. I really don't have an all-time favorite director. But, and you know, I just forgot his name, who did Audition and Ichi the Killer. But I know as soon as I finish this, I'll think of it. So I'll probably just edit it in there so you can figure out who it is. My guilty pleasure movies are The Princess Diaries. I love those movies. One's my favorite. One is the best. But then also Miss Congeniality. Those are my other guilty pleasure movies. I love that one too. Favorite tearjerker. I actually don't watch movies that make me cry because I don't like crying. Yeah, so unfortunately, I don't really have an answer for this one. There are movies that have made me cry, and I'll never watch them again. Which character from a movie has scared you the most? 2. That clown doll from Puppet Master with the drill head scared the life out of me. I saw that movie when I was 8, and I didn't sleep for 3 nights because I was terrified of that clown doll crawling on my chest and drilling into my forehead. The other one that has scared me, honestly, even though Poltergeist is probably one of my favorite movies still, the clown doll from the original Poltergeist, the new one was ridiculous. That's probably another video altogether. But the clown doll from Poltergeist, I've seen that movie umpteen times and I still have to cover my eyes a bit when that scene comes on. I just can't do it. Which do you love that everyone else hates? Honestly, now it seems lately that there's been a lot of negative comments about The Exorcist and Hellraiser as really like campy, horrible horror movies. And I don't know if that's just what I've stumbled across and not actually true, but it seems that The Exorcist is just, it's lost its footing in the horror world, and I just don't think that's correct. I think it's something that the horror movies should live up to, but that's just me. Like I said, I could totally be wrong. I don't know. There's not a lot of movies that I absolutely love that a lot of people hate, because there's a lot of movies that I absolutely love that a lot of people just are questioning about it. They're like, why? I don't know. What do you hate that everyone loves? Avatar. Because it's just the last samurai in space. I don't get it. I don't get Avatar. It is the last samurai in space. What actors or actresses do you have a crush on? It's kind of a silly question, but we all kind of have a crush on actors. Who doesn't love Christina Ricci? You're lying if you say you don't. I don't care if you're, however you identify, you have a crush on her. I don't know what else to tell you. And of course, Cillian Murphy, but we won't talk about that. My favorite movie villain? That's hard, because I mean, it's so easy to say the Xenomorphs and the Queen from Alien, because technically they are the villain, but I kind of feel like they're not villains in that movie. They're doing them, and someone came in and was like, oh, that's not right. Society. So my favorite movie villain, I think one that he kind of makes me laugh a lot, and I don't know what that says about me. Well, there's two, and they're both from the same movie. Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. He's a mess. He's just a mess. He's exactly what you don't do with your life. And then the other one is Hannibal Lecter, because he is completely terrifying, and I think he's fantastic at it. Which movie surprised you the most? The movie that surprised me the most when I very first saw it was Night Watch. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but it's a Russian film based off a Russian book series, and it's so crazy to even explain. I can't even explain it to you. But Night Watch was fantastic, and if you don't speak Russian, and even if you do, and you don't mind subtitled movies, if you get the version of the movie, I think it's not by Fox when they released it, but those subtitles are integrated into the movie, so they're actually affected by the action in the movie, which is, I think, just a fantastic way to do subtitles, and it adds such a surreal point of view to that movie. Definitely watch it if you've never seen it. Least favorite director, Uwe Boll, you bastard. I don't even know where to begin with you. You're a mess and terrible, and I think you're a big old butthead. So there's to you, Boll. Favorite book turned into a movie? Once again, Night Watch was fantastic. Different, but still fantastic. And also, I would say Let the Right One In by Lindquist. Lindquist. The Swedish version. The American version, Let Me In, was still really good, and Chloe Grace Moretz did a fantastic job as a little vampire. But Let the Right One In was fantastic. It was a beautiful, horrible, intense movie, and it was probably one of the best interpretations that I've seen. Second to that, even though he hated it, the Clockwork Orange was, I think, a fantastic book to movie conversion, even though the author really didn't like it. I would have to disagree. Which movie has had an impact on your life? Honestly, I'm going to say the very first horror movie that really caught my interest, weirdly enough, was Species. And I remember the scene. It was the scene where her hand bursts through the bathroom wall and rips out that chick's spine and like just pulls it out. And after that, I was like, I'm hooked. I need more of this in my life. Favorite movie quote of all time. I have to think about that one too. Favorite quote at the moment, because it changes all the time, is probably from Hellraiser. And it's Pinhead when she's asking him, "Who are you?" And he says that they're explorers in the further regions of experience. Demons to some, angels to others. And I think that makes you think about, who are these people angels to? Because we know for most they'll be a demon. But it makes me curious about the people who they're angels to. And I think it's such a fantastic quote from a fantastic movie series. Let's see, favorite movie score or soundtrack? The movie that has probably one of the best soundtracks out there is Billy Elliot. Because it's where I discovered T-Rex. And T-Rex is a fantastic glam band from England. If you're into David Bowie, Iggy Pop from back in their like 70s heydays, T-Rex. 20th Century Boy, there you go. Another movie with a great soundtrack was Velvet Goldmine, but it's basically a movie that is kind of a biopic, but not saying that it flat out is, of like David Bowie, Slade, Iggy Pop, and all those people. And Placebo, my absolute favorite band in the entire world, actually does a cover of 20th Century Boy in Velvet Goldmine. So that just makes me love it even more. And the final question is the best movie I've seen recently. Honestly, I actually saw The Visit from M. Night, because no one knows how to say his last name. We say Shamalama Ding Dong because it's fun. That was really good. I was actually kind of surprised. It had a great twist to it. It was expected because it's him, you're like, I know what's coming. But it was really well done. I thought it was a fun movie. What else did I see? I don't know if it was the best though, but I was okay with it. I was okay with the new Poltergeist. I wasn't a fan. I didn't like it anywhere near as much as I wanted to, really. I saw The Gallows. It was a good basic horror movie for kids. Well, teenagers. I would say teenagers. Yeah, teenagers. I really can't say there's a best that I've seen recently, which is kind of sad, but maybe I'm just a jerk and I don't give things the credit that they're due. That's probably what it is. So yeah, that is it for my very first YouTube tag video. I had fun doing it. I hope you kind of had fun watching it. I would like to do more, but I would also like to do other things here as well. So give me a shout out if you think that you'd like to hear something from me. I would love to talk about horror movies. I'd love to talk more about my art. I'd love to talk, which is horror based. No one's surprised. I will be linking my Facebook page for my art, and I also will be linking my Etsy shop for my art. I would also like to do makeup tutorials, reviews, anything like that. As you can see, I wear just the right amount of too much makeup for me. And if you like what I do, then I would love to do some kind of makeup videos as well. Yeah, so I'm hoping this will be kind of fun. A nun? I don't want it to be a nun. I kind of hope it want to be a fun new venture that will kind of expand my horizons and all that inspirational crap. I have no idea what to say with it. But yeah. So thanks for hanging around with me. You're probably weird if you enjoyed it, but I like weirdos. So give me a line and give me a follow, like, subscribe, all those YouTubey words that I need to get used to saying if this continues.